Hi there, it's Analytical Chick. So, great story that just came out. Hat tip to Trumpocrat here. Check out his Twitter. I don't think he has like a YouTube or anything. But anyway, cool guy that I've talked to on Twitter. He's pro-life. We met over the Unplanned movie. Anyway, hat tip to Trumpocrat. He posted this, and I want to cover this article since I think that I'm catching on early. So let's go for it. All right. So here is the article. Chicago Sun-Times. So this is mainstream. This is not even a right-wing source. Excuse me. Chicago Sun-Times. The Osindairo Brothers. I think everybody who subs to my channel knows that's the Nigerian brothers from the whole Jussie Smollet thing. The Nigerian brothers, the white Trump supporting MAGA country, dark black Nigerian brothers. Anyway, the Osindairo Brothers, they are suing Jussie, because it's with a U, like a forced southern accent, directed every aspect of the fake attack. I haven't even read the article yet, but this is good stuff. All right, by somebody named Sam Charles. Two brothers, initially considered suspects in the Jussie Smollet hate crime investigation, filed a defamation lawsuit against the Empire actors' attorneys Tuesday, alleging that the lawyers made several false remarks. Oh, they're actually suing. I'm sorry, they're suing the lawyers, not Jussie. Maybe Jussie is in the suit too? Let's keep reading. Remarks about criminal charges were dropped. In the federal lawsuit, so they're doing a federal court instead of a Chicago court in order to, sidestep the people that are in Jussie's pocket that are from Chicago. In a federal lawsuit, Ola Binjo and Abim Bola, I think that's how you pronounce those. I'm usually really good at pronouncing stuff. Osundairo also contend that Smollett paid them a sum of money to stage the attack against Smollett to benefit himself and directed every aspect of the attack, including the location and the noose. Don't be a moose. Line up a noose. Corny, rhyming. Anyway, the brothers were initially arrested as suspects. Like I said, the white Trump supporters who are actually dark black Nigerians. This is MAGA country. Except they're leftists. Hello. The left eats itself. Anyway, initially arrested as suspects, but they threw Jussie under the bus in an alleged attack took place. It was late January, I believe, in Polar Vortex, Chicago, only to be released later. They made the claim. Anyway, all of that we know. The brothers contend in this lawsuit that he used his clout as a wealthy actor to influence the plaintiffs, who are in a subordinate relationship to him and who are aspiring to make it in Hollywood. The brothers add that his motivation was simple. He wanted his employer and the public to notice and appreciate him as a successful black, openly gay actor. There it is. So Mr. Smollett directed every aspect. Nice. Initially told the police he was attacked by masked, we know, white men. This is MAGA country. Yeah, Chicago of all places. When I heard that, because I know, Chicago is even bluer than New York City where I live. We actually have a couple of Republican clubs. You can actually find, I've actually seen, and not even Orthodox Jews, I saw an Indian guy, dot Indian, not feather Indian. I know that's totally offensive. Oh, I'm gonna have to hide this video eventually. Anyway, I saw one of those sorts of persons. He was kind of in the distance from me. At least he looked like he was from the Indian type area. He had that kind of off light black color, like he didn't look like a mulatto. Anyway, I saw one of them. I was standing in line waiting for a bus at a bus stop, and I saw one of them like walk by, kind of like he was like a little bit down the street, but it was close enough to see that it was a MAGA hat, and it was very, and also some guy at that bus stop once told us that he was a Trump supporter. So I mean, we're not dark, we're not even like as, well, I'm also in the second most Republican borough in New York City. So, and now I've given away my borough. Well, I kind of already did that because I posted, something from the Whitestone Republican Club, so I guess I'll give it away. I'm in Queens. Anyway, I've come across Trump supporters, especially in the Orthodox Jewish community. There's a lot of them. Not as many as the Orthodox Jewish community in Brooklyn, and yes, I'm gonna try and get the scoop from the Hasidim in Brooklyn about the site of the measles. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. And there's the picture of the guys, and the lawsuit contends. Anyway, I'm going to link this in the description so you can read the whole thing. But you can see, this is, let's see, oh, I guess Garagos must be Garagos is clearly the lawyer for Smollett. Tina Glandian, maybe that's Tina Chen, and it's a different, like, because sometimes women use, like, a last, a married name and, a maiden name. I don't know. It could be a different Tina. Anyway, let's actually, and, let's see, initially arrested, only to be released later. Mark Garagos, who continued to say, I guess that's, one of the lawyers. I don't think it's the same woman. I double check. Here's another way. But it should have come up with, where is that? It says there's one of them. I don't see it. Anyway, and there's a video here. We covered all of this. Just in case this disappears and anybody wants to read it. I'm just gonna scroll down so you can read it off of my video by pausing. I'm sorry, give me a sec here, just in case anybody wants to read all of this later. Because even if I put together an archive of this page, I don't think this insert is going to be on it. Because a lot of times, like, the videos and inserts like this disappear if you archive it. So I just want to go ahead and scroll down. In case somebody wants to read it, you can, like, pause at various points and be able to read that. Alright. I just want to go ahead and look at this press conference video. By the way, I discovered the left calls press conferences pressers. Interesting little side.
I will never be the man that this did not happen to. I will be forever changed. Do you remember who said those words?
Smollett?
Well, everyone directly involved in this matter. The Chicago Police Department, the City of Chicago, and especially my clients, Ola and Abel Osundairo. Now, they can say that same statement. My city, my police department, and my clients all deserve to have their reputations restored. Attorneys Mark Garagos and Tina Glandian, through their continued false statements.
Nobody thinks less of Chicago because of this. Everyone already thought Chicago was a shithole. I mean, if anything, it actually made Chicago look good because it highlighted the fact that they have a tiny little rich section where this was staged. But anyway.
And hateful rhetoric have only deepened the damage that was caused by the very first out of 16 counts of lies.
Oh, and all my comments, allegedly, because, in case I ever get doxxed, I don't want to get sued, too.
Lies that were told to the police that started this whole situation. That is why today we are taking action in federal court. We want to end these malicious attacks.
And like I pointed out, federal, because, the only thing that I think, when I said nobody thinks that, I think most people, already pretty much thought Chicago was a dump. And, I think people already thought Chicago was corrupt, so I don't really think this changes Chicago's opinion. If anything, I think people have actually started to have more respect for Chicago, because the cops actually stood up and was like, yo, this ain't right. So people are actually kind of turning and going, huh, I'm surprised Chicago, is more, I have more respect for Chicago because, plus, he flew in to stage the crime there. And I'm guessing he did that because he probably knew that if he ever got caught, he had enough people in the pocket of Chicago. But I already thought Chicago was corrupt. So the fact that there's even anybody in any kind of position of power, like the chief of police, who's standing up against that, I know that makes me more impressed with Chicago. Not that I'm particularly impressed with that, but that makes me have a more favorable view of Chicago. So I don't think that this is actually smeared Chicago. I think this is, for most people, because people's view of Chicago was so low, I think this has probably made people have a better view of Chicago because people already thought Chicago was corrupt. At least in my opinion, I'm saying.
And ensure that those responsible for continuing to destroy the reputation of the Chicago Police Department, the City of Chicago, and that of Ola and Bola Osundairo are held accountable.
And actually, yeah, it is good that they're suing, because I was starting to wonder, why aren't they standing up against this? Are they going along with it because they're also corrupt? And also just, it's very cool that they're suing.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. The Chicagoan brothers told the truth. They could have remained silent, but instead they told the truth to the police, and with their right hand in the air, they told the truth to the grand jury.
And like she says, they could have not told the truth. If you think about it, they could have gone back and said, yo, this investigation is sweating us more, what can you do about it? In other words, basically asking, they could have tried to get more money out of Smollett, and then they could have gotten a lawyer with that money to get themselves off. But instead, they finally said, you know what, this has gone too far, we need to come clean, we need to tell everyone what's going on. This is all, my opinion and my views based on my life experience. Anyway, continuing. Oh, that was it. And it's very impressive that, of course, this is being covered by a mainstream, Chicago Sun-Times, because the left always points to, oh, that's not valid, that's from a right-winger, or, they might point to this video and go, oh, well, that YouTube video is invalid because it's on YouTube, but, I'm covering a legit thing from, and I'll link this in the description, and I can also prove this way by refreshing on the recording. Oops. I can prove that this is it's still the same article. I didn't do anything to fake the article. All right, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for stopping by my channel, and I will see you all next time.
People need to be awake, and they need to be aware. They need to stand up against the stuff. People need to be awake. People need to be awake, and they need to be aware. They need to stand up against this stuff.
And it's so politically engaged.
And it's so politically engaged.